So I'm a normally healthy human being until 10 or 15 years ago when I get high blood pressure and a few things, and this time I'm living in British Columbia, got a great doctor. He works with me, diet and exercise and drugs and whatever it takes to deal with high blood pressure and cholesterol problems as well, and then fine, everything is good, and one day I get a hernia. And so he books me into the hospital and I have surgery on this hernia. This is all in Burnaby, British Columbia. And I have a successful surgery, except that a few days later I'm starting to get this swelling on my groin, hoping it's going to go away. Doesn't go away. 5 days later, there I am in the hospital with a staph infection, and literally for the first couple of days, is he going to make it or isn't he? So it was a bit of a tough time, and I ended up, after my discharge from the hospital, the doctor tells me that we're going to have to put this machine on you for 6 weeks, and it's going to suck the poison out of this wound. So you're going to have it dressed every day, and someone's going to come around your house and do this. But in the end, 6 weeks later, it's all cleared up, and his final words are to me, "We may have caught this, but they're still showing a pocket in your groin, and so you may get a recurrence, you may not, your body may fight it off, but sometime in the future you may get a recurrence." So nothing happens, we're fine, and we make this move to Chatham, Kent, and a few months later I'm getting this nasty smelly substance come through the pores of my groin. So off I go to Wallaceburg Hospital, and they see me there, and that day Dr. Vaughan has happened just to be the doctor on call, and he takes one look and says, "Oh, you know, given what you've told me, it's coming back and I'm going to have to cut this out." So we go into him the next day, and he opens this up, drains it, and I have nurses at home again dealing with it, and it goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks, and finally he gets it under control. But in the meantime, I had to have the hernia redone, and the whole thing starts all over again, and I'm back in hospital with the infection back again. But anyway, finally it's all cleared up. My feelings about what's happened is that, first of all, Wallaceburg is fantastic. The doctors in Wallaceburg and Chatham have been fantastic. The nurses have been fantastic. They've all been very professional. So I don't really have any complaints about what's happened to our hospital. I might have if we lose it. But right now it's great. And subsequently, for a few odd things, it's also been great. When we got here, we knew we were going to have problems finding a family doctor, but we actually didn't. We went into a local office and the doctor took us on. But our experience with that wasn't very great, because he could only spare you a couple of minutes, and he wanted to see you every 3 months, and he was a very busy man, and sometimes he'd literally be 3 or 4 hours late seeing you, and you have to go and see him every 3 months, because he wants you to renew. He won't renew your prescriptions unless you come in and see him. So this and a couple of other personality things drive us to the conclusion that we're going to get rid of this doctor and sign on with the community health centre in Wallaceburg with a nurse practitioner, and they say they will take us on if that's what we do. So we do, and it's worked out really well, really well. I can phone the nurse practitioner 2 days later. I can go in and see her. She'll set a block of time aside for me. I can talk about all the things I want to talk to her about. If my prescriptions need renewing, I tell the drugstore, don't send me back to the nurse practitioner, because she'll just tell me to tell you to fax her, and she'll send over the new prescriptions. It's completely different to dealing with the family doctor. But certainly the noticeable difference in our care is that she has time to listen, and time to find out what is wrong, and if she doesn't know the answers to what is wrong, to find out what the answers are. they do have the time, and their whole modus operandi, if you like, is based on filling the need locally, not just diagnosing everyday problems for an aging population. It's about all the other things that may be wrong with your life or could be improved in your life, your diet, your exercise. Everything's going on at the community health centre. You know, they're dealing with people with drug addictions, and they're dealing with weight problems and loneliness, everything. Their whole mandate is to help you lead a healthier lifestyle.